Alright guys, I'm ready to make a big fire. Some of you guys know what these things are right here. Yeah, this is called a buddy burner. Now some of the little buddy burners are made from tuna cans and soup cans and stuff, but I decided to make this buddy burner out of a coffee can. Yeah, this thing is huge. Look at that. Damn! We're about to light it. Now I've got an experimental one sitting over here, and that's where this bottom of this can came from. I took another coffee can and just put a rim of cardboard and beeswax together, and then inserted the bottom here and then riveted it together. So maybe we might be able to get a nice circular burn on this one. This one will probably cone up if any of you guys have ever seen how these things work. So we got giant candles of death here, and I want to light them. All right, now if you guys want to see how I made these, you can look down in the description, and I've got a full video, pretty long, on how I put these together. I've got this extra coffee can here just in case it gets too out of hand. I can smother it, you know. So let's do this.
Well, this is going to take forever, and my lighter's going to explode on me.
Yeah. Yeah, this wax is going to drip off the sides here. Alright, well, while that one gets going, I think I've got too much wax up in here anyway, so yeah. Let's now light the experimental one. Now as the wax burns away, what should happen is that the whole thing should light. Whoa, maybe I got too much wax in here. Looks like it. So the whole rim is burning, but the flame is coming inward like that. So I'm almost wondering if I were to drill a few holes in the middle, if that would stop from happening. We'd have a nice rim. Let me play around with this one now. Yeah, this experimental one, let me blow this one out and then drill some holes and see if it still does the same thing. This one here, yeah, I don't see any smoke coming off of either one. So it looks like the beeswax is burning pretty clean. Yeah, let's put that one out. Poof. What? There we go. Now, let's drill some holes in it and see if we can, you know, yeah. Alright, well, we got those holes drilled in there. Now let's test this out. Let's see if the holes will help out here. Looks like they kind of are. Got a little pulse going on there. If you look closely, you can see the two sides of the cans on the bottom there. So I could almost rotate it and cut off the air slightly more. But the problem with this is that when this thing starts getting warm, the wax will start seeping through underneath the other can, the center can, and dripping out the bottom. That's what I'm thinking might happen. So, yeah. It'll burn here for a little while. See what's going on. Well, this larger one is rocking like a champ, but this one, on the other hand, this one would, well, see what it's doing? Because of the holes and the separation between the two cans, yeah, the wax is dripping out the bottom. I think what I should have done is, instead of actually even drilling a hole and tapping it, or drilling a hole and riveting it together, what I should have done is just set the can in there and then put the cardboard around it and stuff like that, because all the wax is dripping out the bottom. So, but if this was all sealed off, if the whole bottom of the can was completely, if the bottom of the coffee can stayed intact and I never drilled through, no holes through it, or even put the rivet in there, I'm sure it probably would burn decently in a ring like that. That's kind of neat. I'm sure it would work. You'd use up less material than what that is, but this is putting out a lot more heat, a lot more warmth. That's kind of nice. Yeah, this one's slowly burning away. Yeah, the cardboard in it is just, well, the wax is being taken away and burning away and melting away from the fibers, so that exposes the fibers, and now it's just the cardboard that's pretty much burning now with a little bit of wax. But yeah, alright, well, nice and warm. It's been about an hour and a half now, and she's starting to actually make headway. It's actually starting to shrink a little bit in there, and the cardboard's starting to burn up. But yeah, I'm thinking this thing could probably be a 5-hour flame maybe. I don't know. But yeah, if you guys want to build one of these yourself, you can check out the link down in the description. And it's a longer video where I show you how I cut everything up and wrapped it all up and melted the beeswax and all that kind of stuff. And there's also a link in that video that will show you where I bought the beeswax off of eBay. Oh, now another thing is I just broke over 33,000 subscribers, which is pretty cool. And I've got an app for Android. Apparently it doesn't work too well on iPhones, but any Android device it should work on. It works on my tablets and stuff, and all our tablets here in the house. So of course everything's all Android driven there. So also check out the other link, be a contributor to the content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Maybe, if I don't come up with something else to burn up. Alright, see you later.